Hello guys, welcome to episode 11 of the FM Creators Showcase. I'm the Custard Prophet. Great to have you back if you are a returning viewer, but if this is your first time, there's a whole bunch of previous episodes to get your teeth into. So the Creators Showcase is a place where YouTube creators who focus on Football Manager, or at least put some Football Manager content on, can display their channel, can tell us about their channel, what it's all about, what inspired them to get started, all that kind of stuff. We meet two of these guys every episode, and yeah, here's some really interesting stories. It's always interesting what the sort of similarities and differences that kind of come out in these stories. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoy making these and hearing what these different creators have got to say. The other important part of this is that we are essentially trying to promote sort of some of these smaller creators, so you guys who might have not come across them can head over to their channel and have a bit of a watch of their stuff and hopefully find a new favourite creator. That's the plan anyway. So as always, we have two creators for your eyes today. You've probably already seen who they are from the thumbnail. Yeah, that's right, it's Old Lady Plays and Cpt Beardyman. Both of these guys are fantastic creators. Details of both of their channels can be found in the description. I have to say, I wasn't completely aware of Cpt Beardyman before we got started on here. I'd seen his sort of series. I'd not actually watched him, I think is probably what I'm saying. I'd seen some of his thumbnails sort of passing me by on Twitter, and it's been a lot of fun finding out what he's doing, and he's got some really interesting saves, really interesting, something a little bit different than the sort of the vast majority of people are doing. And Old Lady Plays, she's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic. She's always promoting videos, helping people out. Just a lovely lady who's a big asset to the FM community. So really pleased to have her on, and I've been thoroughly enjoying her advanced tips for Football Manager players sort of short series that she's been doing. Really useful stuff in there. Okay, guys, let's go and meet him then. See you in a second.
Well, hello there. I am Cpt Beardyman FM, and I originate from Yorkshire in the UK. I now live in London, so I still live in the UK. So there you go. Best way to describe what my channel is all about. Well, I just try to have a bit of fun, really. I don't ever look to do experiments or playthroughs or anything like that. I just go with what I feel. And I always feel if you can see me having fun on the screen, then that will resonate through to you having fun as well. I try to be a little bit funny, so I try to put a bit of sarcasm into there and a bit of humour into there. I try to pick a couple of challenges that no one else will think of, because that's one thing I see in the Football Manager community, is that a lot of people do a lot of duplicate things, a lot of experiments. Yeah, they work on YouTube, and that's fine if you enjoy that. For me, I don't get really much pleasure out of doing things like that, so I try to pick something that no one else is going to do, and I think that shines quite clearly through with one of the saves that I've got running right at this moment in time, Football Manager 20, where I took over as the manager of VVV Venlo. And if you don't know much about VVV Venlo, it's where Lee Cattermole now plays his football. So yeah, and if you don't know much about Lee Cattermole, then you should go and read up about the ex-England under-21 captain, I think he was. Maybe I should do some reading about him.
He's kind of playing okay. No, outstanding performance so far. Ball goes into box. There's Rolando Harrens, and the Newcastle former Newcastle left midfielder has put us in front, the Jamaican international, and it's a fantastic ball from the youngster.
And that kind of goes on to this answer, really. So I am currently playing two types of saves on my channel at this moment in time. There are the Lee Cattermole saves, so that's the Cattermole Diaries. That's just pretty much a playthrough. I've started off as VVV Venlo. I am taking them to win the Dutch league, and then take them to become a big name in Europe, try and win a big European competition, and see how far I can get with that one on Football Manager 20. But my second save is possibly the most difficult kind of save that I've possibly ever done, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm starting off in level 10 and I've created a club from scratch, not using the in-game critical player. I've done it by the FM editor, and the club is called London Young Boys. We've taken over in level number 10, so I'm using the level 10 database provided to us by Dan Databases, and I've just finished my first season in there, and it's going okay. Some of you think, well, what's so big about that challenge? Basically, the club have got a lifetime ban on transfers. So I can't sign anyone. I can't stop people from leaving. So I just have to play with the youth intake. So that's why the name, London Young Boys. So it's going to be tricky. I've only set myself a challenge of getting to the Football League with this team. So it's a very long-term project. So expect to see that coming up.
Oh, do they? 8 minutes to go. Can we get an equaliser here? Ford, Arthur, into the box. Here comes Kemp. Goes for the strike. It goes past the goalkeeper.
So if you're new to the channel, then I would start off with the Football Manager 20 stuff. I'm having so much fun with the Catamount Diaries and also with the London Young Boys stuff. But I also would like to just kind of move you along as well to a series that I did on the beta save as well, which worked really well. I had one season only as Aston Villa manager, and I took over them under the stewardess of Prince William. So I would start with that one and then go on to the Catamount Diaries, but also keep up to date as well with the London Young Boys as well. Just because I feel like me personally, I'm better at presenting on these ones. The quality of the game's better, the quality of the camera, the equipment that I'm using is better. So it kind of flows a lot better as well. But I have been recording since 2018. So if you do want to go back to Football Manager 2019, then I did a legendary save with Mike Bassett manager, where we took over from Albion Rovers in the Scottish 3rd Division or 2nd Division, or whatever, the bottom league in Scotland anyway, and started a Journeyman series all the way to the England job. I went from Scotland to Ireland to Turkey to Italy, became champions of Italy with AC Milan, if you want a spoiler, and then I became England manager with Mike Bassett. And I'm not going to give you a spoiler, but it ended pretty bloody well. I've just always enjoyed it. So I started watching a couple of creators that I am subscribers to now, quite a few years back now, like 2015, 2016. Always enjoyed presenting myself. I can talk, I can make friends with my own shadow kind of thing. So I'm good at speaking. I'm quite enthusiastic when I play. So if you are interested in an enthusiastic kind of presenter, then I'm your guy. But yeah, I've always enjoyed it, and I always enjoyed watching the likes of Dr. Benji. Bobby G was one that I've recently got into a bit more as well, but I did used to watch his Liechtenstein save and his 30-year saves as well. They were absolutely legendary. And I kind of mimic what they do as well, so I kind of wanted to kind of replicate what they did, but I also want to put my own little stance on it as well. So that's the reason why I got into it. And that last question, I kind of answered it as well with that one as well. If I do go away from kind of working on my own stuff, I always think it's good to watch other people's to kind of just pick up on a few things that you think, oh, I could do that and I could make that a little bit better. Bobby G is a big one for me, and also Dr. Benji. They're the main two that I would say that I always go to if I'm going to watch them. If I'm in the house and I wanted to kind of just put something on in the background, then Dr. Benji is my go-to person. Some of the saves that I did over the last couple of years have been absolutely outstanding. To be honest with you, I haven't really kept up to him with on Football Manager 20, but FM 18 and 19 are some absolutely amazing. I think it's FM 17, his Salford save, which is absolutely outstanding. So if to recommend anything, go and watch him, because that was a save that got me right into this. And the last but not least, I kind of just want to say though, but there's so much good content at the moment. So even if you don't watch me, but you watch someone else, and that's your preference, then continue doing so, because everyone out there are doing so much and some amazing content as well. I completely get blown away by some people. Some people I have preferences to watch because of the way that they present. Then there's others I have preference to watch because of their style and what their ideas are to kind of replicate certain ideas and just think outside the box, basically. That's why I always go down kind of like the Bobby G route, because he's presenting but also his interaction is quite inspiring to watch. Yeah, there's so much out there. There really is, and there's always someone that will kind of tick your box and take your fancy. So it's always a preference to you. There's always someone out there, and Football Manager content creators are doing better than ever. And one last thing I would like to say is just one little word of advice. If you want to start up your Football Manager channel and you want to become a creator, then what I would do is I would reach out to the community. I would go and work and side by side and hand in hand with fellow creators that are out there. And that's what I've done over the last couple of years. I've worked with FM creators for a season in FM 19. I kind of learnt from what they were doing on their streaming, on their recording, etc. And I hope that they learnt something from me as well. I then this year I've just started a partnership with Passion for FM. And this is where things have gone really well for me as a Football Manager creator, and getting my name out there and my videos out there to a new audience. These guys are the real deal. They are an FM community where people can help one another out. You can, if you want guides on tactics, on new managers, on wonder kids, or the best players and clubs from certain nations and for positions, etc. kind of thing, then it's got some helpful guides on there. The guy that actually runs Passion for FM, a guy called Aspen from Norway, is an absolute top guy. And this year he decided that he wanted to create a little community and have streamers in there, and he wanted YouTube creators in there. So there's me and a bunch of other lads out there who have joined up and become part of Passion for FM team. And it's a real good team. I would always say go onto Discord and ask for invitations. Go onto their website, go onto their Twitter page, etc. Passion for FM. It's just helped me a lot. So always reach out to the community. They're always there to help. Sometimes it gets a bad name, but if you need help with the community, then it's there to help back. And I could not recommend it enough. Well, that's me, and I'm going to wrap it up. And I've been Cpt Beardyman FM, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.
I'm going to jump on this one. Here comes Gomez now. Can he find the right pass? He finds Alexander-Arnold to Wijnaldum, who for them finds Shaqiri to Origi, who fires it into the top of the net.
Hello. I'd like to start by thanking Custard Prophet for this content creator showcase. It's such a brilliant, fun idea, and I really enjoy watching it, finding new people, so it's exciting to be part of it. I am Kate, the old lady from Old Lady Plays, or OLP, that's fine too. So, where am I? About an hour west of Trana. What sort of content do I have on my channel? Basically, Football Manager. All kinds of Football Manager. I've been going for a little over 2 years, and basically I've done a whole bunch of Let's Plays. Going back to my favorite, which was Sunshine on Leith in 2018. To Dare is to Do last year with Spurs, and then last year was a bit of a lost year because I had a bit of issues with broken television and stuff like that. So, but this year we are again doing a Let's Play, and there's a little bit of interesting stuff coming besides Let's Plays.
But I'm okay if we end up with a complete 0-0 draw here. Oh my goodness, but we're not going to. Look at that.
What's currently on my channel is Basking in Glory. That's my main save for 2020. It is a save involving Athletic Club in La Liga. Now, Athletic Club are an unusual club in that they are proudly Basque within the country of Spain. Basques are a small people living on the north coast of Spain, the west coast of France, and with a language that is not related to any other language on earth. And the most important thing is that Athletic Club will only let you sign Basque players. Alright? Only Basque players. It's an interesting restriction to operate under. We're into season 4 now, and things are going really well. I'm fascinated by this experiment by this Let's Play, because it's so focused on youth development, which is not something I've ever really focused on before, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh yeah! Bye! And we are leading. Oh my god. I want to shout, but it's 4:30 in the morning and I don't really want to wake everybody else up.
A couple of other things got coming up when I get around to editing to get it started. I've got an experiment, a sort of story-driven experiment that I think would be kind of fun, and my tips series. I'm going to be coming out with a series of tips from Auntie Kate about how to play Football Manager for advanced managers. You know, things that I've learned over my 20-odd years of playing the game that will be, I hope, useful to people in small ways in helping make their gaming experience more pleasurable. If you're going to start with new content on my channel, there's really nothing better than you can do than to start with Basking in Glory. It's obviously my best work because it's my most recent work. If you're really interested in digging further back, then you can't go wrong with Sunshine on Leith. 99 episodes, and I think it went 4 or 5 seasons. Maybe, no, it probably went longer than that. It was an epic. It was really good. So that's another possibility. So yeah, those are the things that I would suggest if you want to start with new stuff on my channel. Why did I start YouTube? Well, it's a good question. I'm not really sure why I started. I just know that I did start 2 years ago, right today. Today, as I'm shooting this, it's the 1st of January. I discovered the idea of watching games on YouTube, and then I thought, hey, what about Football Manager? And so I started watching that. And I discovered Lelujo. And Kev is brilliant. He's funny. He's accomplished. He's, you know, polished. Everything he's terrific. But I also discovered a friend of mine named Captain Goodspeed, Joe Hannard, and he was kind enough to suggest that if I wanted to, I could make my own. He was supportive. He suggested how I could get the software, and you know, people were just really nice to me about how to get started, and so I did. I just jumped right in and started making videos, and I found I really enjoyed it. It's just an entertaining thing to do. I really value the interaction with the audience. That's one of the things I love about YouTube, is that we get a chance to interact with each other. That I can make a show, you can comment on it, I can comment back. That's what makes YouTube special for me, is being able to interact. So that's why I do YouTube. Now, who do I watch on YouTube? Well, now that's a long list. Really one larger creator that I watch regularly, which is Grey Hair Gaming. I never miss a show of Grey Hair Gaming. He's brilliant, funny, polished. He's terrific. And he's humble about the fact that he doesn't know everything, and that's really appealing as well. So it's really Grey Hair Gaming, you can't go wrong. But if I'm going to recommend people, I'm going to recommend the people who are like me. How about Bomb Chop? Bomb Chop has recently started adding Facecam to his videos. FM Digi, great American creator, does databases. It does the American 9-level pyramid database. It's amazing. Flying All Night, funny guy. Little strange sometimes, but very funny, and definitely makes some good videos. FMZ Gaming, Mortarian, Dodgy Gamer, Old Man Suder, another good one, doing really interesting stuff. And lastly, I've got listed here is Heat the Ball, who is of course wonderfully Scottish, and I've inevitably missed a whole bunch of people, but that's just the way it is. If you want to find out who I watch on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and you will find out quickly, because I retweet and tweet about the things that I watch. So you'll see. I very much enjoy the position of promoting other people. That's fun for me. Any other business? Well, I guess my long-term goal is that as far as the community is concerned, my role in the community, I'd like that role to be sort of a grandmother, to be sort of an auntie, somebody who's always supportive for you, somebody who will promote you, somebody who will back you, and generally be there with advice if you need it, with sympathy if that's what you need, that kind of thing. That's the role that I'd like to see myself in the community, and that's what I'm aiming for. So thank you again to the Custard Prophet for this wonderful opportunity. I really cannot express how much I appreciate this. His offer to host this has been just fantastic. So really super effort. Thanks, Custard Prophet.
Alright, kid. 17 years old, game's on the line. No pressure. Perfect. First goal for the club.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. As always, I've thoroughly enjoyed putting the episode together, finding out about these creators, and sort of digging under the hood, as it were. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Make sure you go over to these guys' channels if you enjoyed their bits, and subscribe. Check out their content. Watch a bit. Like all that sort of thing. And if you want, come back. Let us know what you thought. Who did you go and see, and what did you enjoy about it? And if you wouldn't mind, give this video a like. It's always great to get these things a good few likes, get them seen in search engines and the like. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button on my channel, and hopefully and the notification bell, and hopefully they should pop up in your subscription feed at some point when I put these up. But it is every Monday, 4:30 GMT. That's when they go up, unless something happens. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.